Metal Dragon for the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive is a brand new game and it's available for pre-order now. Yes! A new game! My name's Mike and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. We're back with what we do best, bringing you brand new games for your Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. And this time it's a game called Metal Dragon. Now, Metal Dragon is a game by Kai Magazine Soft, and it's actually a port of their original game for the MSX. The game's been faithfully ported over to the Sega Mega Drive, and it's available for pre-order now. And when are you going to get it? In a month? 2 months? 6 months? No, in December and January is when they're shipping it. So now's the time to grab hold of your copy before they all sell out. In today's show, we'll take a look at the game, we'll go through the normal gameplay, graphics and sound, and give you a taster of this brand new game for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. This type of news is awesome, so make sure you share this video out to everyone so we can get the news about these brand new games coming out for our awesome Sega 16-bit console. So, what's the story behind Metal Dragon? So the president's daughter has been kidnapped by a hostile country who want to undermine the geopolitical landscape. Now you send in your best man, Flaccid Snake, but for the last 3 days he's been missing in action. So it's time for Metal Dragon to step in. Slim Boss contacts you and wants you to take on this covert operation to find the president's daughter and bring her back. In and out, no mess at all. But that's not how Metal Dragon rolls. For this preview, I'm playing the demo 1.2, I think, on the Sega emulator. From the outset, this game is steeped in parody humour. It starts off with the classic 90s campaign, Winners Don't Do Drugs. Except this one says, some winners do drugs. For real, man, I've seen it. The humour continues with the intro, setting the scene with 1989, the future. It's your job to take over the lost Flaccid Snake and save the president's daughter. Now, the game's storyline is a parody of Metal Gear Solid and draws a number of story element influences from the game. Now, after the intro, you're presented with the start screen and 4 difficulty levels. We've got easy, normal, hard, and nuts. And from what I can tell, the difficulty is based on the amount of health you get or the damage the projectiles do to your character. The game is a classic arcade top-down action shoot-'em-up and is very reminiscent of games like Secret Commando on the Master System, Mercs on the Mega Drive, and even Total Carnage on the arcade. The game starts with the classic Metal Gear's codec with you having a tongue-in-cheek conversation with Slim Boss. Your character is the antithesis of Metal Gear Solid and instead of following his covert orders, goes in guns blazing. Controlling your character is simple and responsive. All 8 directions are available to you so you can shoot diagonally as well as up and down, left and right. The screen scrolls with you but doesn't allow you to backtrack. Just like Total Carnage, the levels are designed so you can go vertically and horizontal. The movement in this game is fast, which is just as well considering the number of projectiles that are flying at you at any one time. You start off the game with your basic rapid fire gun that has an unlimited amount of ammo. There's also a grenade launcher attached to your gun, which starts off with 20 grenades, and this does an area effect, a splash damage attack on the enemies. As you go through the levels, you'll pick up a number of different special weapons, and you can keep hold of these special weapons for as long as they have ammo. Then replace your primary weapon, and once your ammo's out on your special weapon, you go back to that basic unlimited rapid fire gun. You can pick up a heavy machine gun, a shotgun, and a sniper rifle, and each one of these guns has a unique property to them, whether it's area of effect, splash damage, or long range accuracy. You can also pick up health packs that replenish any lost life, and grenades that stack on top of the grenades you already have. As you move through the level, you'll spend your time navigating the bullet storm, environmental objects, NPCs, and static gun emplacements. There are also vehicles that periodically will try to run you over, and drones that will buzz around your head taking pot shots at you. The strategy remains the same throughout the game. Take out as many enemies as you can whilst avoiding the bullets, with some enemies being more of a bullet sponge than others. This game is an unabashed arcade shoot 'em up, so don't expect much in the way of strategy. It's all about you, your guns, and a hell of a lot of bullets. There are end of level enemies in the game as well. The one in the demo was pretty easy to dispatch, but I expect these enemies will get harder and harder as you progress through the game. Graphically, this game is great and stands up to its peers on the Genesis like Mercs and Rambo 3, and in some aspects exceeds them, with better drawn and bigger sprites on screen. The levels though are more like corridors, unlike something like Mercs where they give you a little bit of off-screen space to explore the environment you're in. The projectiles are fairly standard for this genre of game, as are the explosions. Character animation on both your main character and the enemies is extremely well done, and there's no sliding as your character runs across the screen. There's also some really nice secondary animation in the hair and body movement as your character moves. Overall, visually this game sits nicely with some of the best titles in its genre released in the late 80s through to the early and mid 90s. The cutscenes are excellent and the codec conversations are very close to the original source material the game parodies. The audio design in this game is where it lifts itself above all other games that originally came out for the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive in its genre. The gun sounds are amazing and give a real sense of power and force to each shot. Each gun has an authentic sound effect which really adds to the gunplay. There's also a Metal Slug-esque announcer for the game. Every weapon you pick up gets an awesome call out to what you've just got. It not only sounds great, but helps with all the action that's happening on screen to let you know what you have in your hands.
That's it.
The enemy and your characters have all the appropriate grunts and groans as you die and get injured, and the soundtrack is so well scored. Not the best I've heard when compared to some of the other indie titles like Era, The Crow Maiden, but again when compared to games originally on the console, it holds its own. But again when compared to games that originally came out in this genre on the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive, it more than holds its own and in some cases betters them. I love these new games coming out for the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive. It feels like Christmas every time one is announced. I get to pre-order one or one turns up on my doorstep. And at the moment, it feels like it's Christmas every single month for us Sega fans. Metal Dragon is shaping up to be an excellent new game for the Sega Mega Drive, and in some cases a real AAA experience, especially with that awesome audio track and amazing gun sound effects that you get in the game. It holds its own against Mercs and other top-down arcade shoot-em-ups on the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive, and looks to be one of the best to come out on the platform. Now if you've enjoyed today's show, you love your Sega Mega Drive, your Sega Genesis, or just retro gaming, then why not consider subscribing? You can do this by clicking on a little subscribe button just below this video, and we put up brand new retro gaming videos every single Monday. And so that you never miss an episode, you can also click on a bell, also just below this video. Now if you can't wait until Monday, don't worry, we've got a huge back catalogue of retro gaming videos, 2 of which you can watch over here.